Oftentimes people won't even know where to start. They'll kind of have an idea of their price point, but they really won't even know what that looks like, what they can get, or what they want. But what I do hear commonly is I like two-story homes. I want space because a lot of people are moving from states like New Jersey or New York where space just isn't an option, or if it is, it has a crazy price tag associated with it. The Carolinas are known for a great cost of living. So we oftentimes get, Brandy, I want that Carolina feel. I want that brick home with established trees, but I don't want to be too far from amenities because overall, North Carolina is a pretty rural state. So I don't want to live in the city center. Like, I don't want to live uptown. I don't want a condo, but I also don't want to be super far from it. Whether you're commuting to work, you like to travel, or you just want to be able to experience what the city has to offer on a weekday basis or even a weekend basis. So, two of my most recommended suburbs based on close proximity to Charlotte, the amenities it offers, the cost of living, and the types of houses it provides are Steel Creek and Highland Creek. Now, our average price point here in Charlotte over 2024 was up in the 475 range. However, oftentimes what we see is people are coming in looking in that 400 to 450 range. So for the sake of this video and the popularity of that price point, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna stay focused there. So when I recommend these two places, I recommend them for multiple of reasons. Convenience. Both of these places, especially Steel Creek, are big shopping hubs. In the Steel Creek area, you've got the outlet malls. You have a bunch of strip malls. And then again, you can hop right on the highway and you're 20 minutes outside of the city, if that. You're still within the city loop. Now, Steel Creek is in the southwest corner of Charlotte. I'll show you here in just a second. If we want to go up north, we go almost directly north, but a little northeast, we have Highland Creek. Now, this is sometimes all classified as the university area. The university is located a little bit away from it, but Highland Creek is one of those, they're both master plan communities, both Steel Creek and Highland Creek. They're huge, thousands of homes, master plan communities. Steel Creek is a bit newer, where Highland Creek offers that the homes that were built in the late 90s. They've got brick frontages, they have old established trees, but they've got walking trails throughout this community, multiple pools throughout these communities. And within these master plan communities, there's little like subdivisions within a subdivision. So it's really cool. I'm going to jump over to this map and I can't wait to show you where these are at and talk a little bit more about them. All right. So like we said before, we're going to focus on two areas today. And why these two areas? Because based on what most people are asking me for when they're looking to relocate, this is where a lot of people end up purchasing. If you want the suburb kind of feel, you want a larger home for around that 400 to 450 price point, you want lots of amenities, a community feel, you still want that Charlotte feel of old established trees, you don't want to be too far from shops and dining, and you also want to be pretty close to all the amenities that the city has to offer, but you don't necessarily want to be in the thick of the city. So right now on the map, what you're looking at is a loop of Charlotte, a map of Charlotte. When you hear people say the loop within the loop, this is it right here. This 485 highway is the loop of Charlotte. So when you're talking about that, that's kind of what a lot of people say. Is it inside the loop or is it outside the loop? Most cities have some sort of loop. That is ours. So we're going to start down here. Again, we're focused on Highland Creek and Steel Creek in this video. This is a very common place for families to end up. So we're going to kind of come down here to this whole Steel Creek area. Now, there is thousands of houses all within this area right here. And yes, on the map, Steel Creek looks right here, but for the sake of this conversation in this video and kind of all around grasping areas of Charlotte, we're going to consider this whole area here, Steel Creek, and then also even down here, because the Palisades, while it's not technically Steel Creek, we consider it part of it, and it looks like it's a distance, but it's really not. So we're going to kind of clump all of these in together right here. So Steel Creek right here, it's known for its affordability. It's known for a large residential area, and it's also known for shopping. So you've got everything right here is going to be Shopton Road, Westinghouse, all of these areas, guys, here is all residential. Now within here, you've got the outlet mall right here. And then it's right off of the highway. And then around here, you've got a ton of small strip malls with Publix's and Harris Teeters. And you've got a lot of dining options. And again, you're just minutes from the airport right here. And then you're also just right outside of Charlotte uptown. Like you can hop on here to South End, you can hop on and head down to South Carolina, come down to the Ballantyne area or Indian Land. So all of these areas. So you're probably thinking, okay, Brandy, this is all really cool, but what can I get for my money in Still Creek? I'm glad you asked. Okay, so we're gonna cover a few different things here. We've got a few different options for both areas. We're gonna start, of course, in the Still Creek area. So, what does Still Creek have to offer in the kind of more common price point? Again, our average price point here in Charlotte right now is sitting at that 475, but there's a ton of outliers in there. Everything's being taken into consideration. So a common price point that we get asked a lot about is between that 400 and 450. So this is a really common style home in the Still Creek area. I wanted to show that you still can get new construction down here. Still Creek is kind of a newer feeling area. Most of the properties down there have been built late 90s. That's few and far, even within the 2000s. So you can get 2005 or you can get 2025. But this is your pretty standard, typical two-story home here in Charlotte. New cabinets, open floor plan. Your lots here in Still Creek are going to be a bit smaller. Honestly, 0.25 is going to be kind of your larger option. There will be a few random lots that are 0.30 maybe of an acre, but if you get a quarter of an acre in Still Creek, you're doing really well. More commonly, these are going to be about 0.11 to 0.15, but you can get new construction, pretty standard. This is your 4-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom home, 2,300 square foot, listed at 439. Another option that you have, just to kind of give you an idea, here we got early 2000s happening. We've got the brick frontage a little bit more established. You can see, the houses are going to have siding on them. We don't quite call it a cookie cutter neighborhood. A lot of the newer communities are very, very cookie cutter. But if you go into a community such as this one called Berwick, this is right behind the outlet malls, you're going to get a variety where you've got like the stone frontage. Most of the homes here will have garages. That is something that we get asked a lot here in Charlotte. Is a lot of homes here don't have garages. If you go into the older brick homes or you go into a lot of neighborhoods in the South Charlotte area, you're not going to find a garage. So a lot of the newer construction homes or in these particular areas, the majority of the homes have garages. It's funny here in Charlotte, though, we actually don't use our garages for cars. It's kind of storage because we don't have basements and we don't have really big attics. So again, you've got the updated counters and cabinetry here, open floor plan, tons of storage space, open to the rest of the home. 2 stories in a lot of these homes. Your bedrooms are going to be upstairs. Something that we really get asked for a lot is a primary bedroom on the main floor. We do have that. Most of our homes here do also have a formal dining room of some sort. But this one is a 0.17 of an acre lot. Go through some photos here, get to the backyard. Here's a really good picture of the amenities. 9 times out of 10, your community will look something like this. It's going to have great pools, a playground, lots of walking trails. And here's the backyard. This is pretty standard what you'll see. Again, this is considered a suburb of Charlotte. This list price is $440. It's 2,200 square foot. So this is pretty average what we're seeing right now here in the Charlotte area. So just a few different ideas of what you can get. These are all within the Still Creek area. You can get new construction. You can also get something a little bit older. This is new construction. This is also to show you that you, again, have a variety of styles. We do have ranch homes here in Charlotte. They're not as common. Builders just don't make as much money on a ranch home, but they are down here if you need it. And they have really great floor plans as well down here. So that is the Still Creek area. Now, what I want to say about the Still Creek area, honestly, about the Highland Creek area as well, is it doesn't feel local. A lot of people want the local feel of mom and pop restaurants or local breweries. Unfortunately, these two areas are not that. There's a lot of residential in the area. You have a ton of options, but you're going to have your Outback Steakhouse, your Olive Garden, your Targets, Lowe's, Home Depot, Marshalls. You're going to have all of the big name, kind of more commercial feeling versus that small town feel. Now, with that being said, again, if you're in the Palisades or if you're in Still Creek, you can bop down here to Lake Wiley, Tega Cay area. They've got a little bit more local feeling to it. Or you just pop right over here into this part of Charlotte where it is a little bit more urban feeling. You hop on South Boulevard, which is right here, and you can go to all the local feels that Charlotte has to offer. Again, airport, you are just about maybe a 15-minute drive. There's some great properties over here for sale right now, all new construction. And you're really close to Lake Wiley, you're close to the river. So Still Creek is a really good option. I always recommend spending time driving around it. They are going to be a suburb type feel. You're going to have that 2-story home, large, 2,000 square foot home, smaller lots. So, but it's a great area. Schools in both of these areas are really good. Right now, Still Creek Elementary is at a 7 out of 10. If you're in the Palisades down here, this community that's kind of an excerpt of Still Creek, you have your own private school, not private school, but you have your own school down there for that community just because it is so big. And all of these communities offer a ton of amenities. So it's a really cool area. So now we are going to jet over to the Highland Creek area right here. So for kind of location or a reference point, again, this is 77 right here. It goes north and south throughout the whole city. We're going to stay right on the loop here, 485 Highland Creek. So when you're talking about North Charlotte, a lot of people will reference it as the university area. University area is right here, where, of course, UNCC Charlotte is, right off of 85. And that has a very different feel to it as well. Obviously, you're going to get a lot of apartments and stuff that are going to appeal to students. But just a stone's throw away, you have the Highland Creek and you've got Davis Lake areas. These two are great residential areas. Highland Creek is also quite large. It is a master plan community, not quite as big as Still Creek, obviously. But you can just hop through here, this whole road, and it takes you through some beautiful communities. So the differences between Highland Creek is the age of the home. Highland Creek has older homes, older communities, which is great because that means that you have more established feeling to it. So what you're going to get in Highland Creek versus the Still Creek area is you're going to get a little bit of larger lots. A lot of the lots up here are going to be closer to that 25 area. You're going to get 90s, you're going to get early 2000s. But you're going to get more established trees, more greenery. It's really, really pretty. So here's a couple ideas. Again, we're kind of sticking with the average home. 2,200 square feet, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom, built late 90s. I think this one is so pretty. This is like your typical Charlotte feeling home. Like when people talk about moving to the Carolinas, I oftentimes get, I want brick and a front porch. Front porches aren't super, super common, but this one is so cute. So cute. Wood flooring, you can see you've got like the woods in the background, which is really common for Highland Creek. That's one of the best things about it is you don't feel like your houses are on top of one another. Still Creek is a bit newer development, newer construction. Developers in their building now, they kind of come in and they clear the land, making it less private feeling. So again, you've got your bedrooms upstairs. Most of them will have a half bath downstairs for convenience. Great space, good closets. This is pretty average, pretty, stereotypical for a home that you're going to get. Highland Creek also has communities that has a ton of ponds in the back, which gives it just that really nice, peaceful feel as well. So another pro to the area, lots of trees, shaded. I just think this home is so cute. This one is listed, or it was closed at $449, 2,200 square feet, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. And then you've got other ones like this. This is also a 3-2 in the Highland Creek area, 1,900 square feet, closed at $416. Again, you've got your garage, which is amazing. You've got your high ceilings, tons of windows. So just some really good options in the area. Again, things that people love about these two areas are you get the larger homes, you get the open concept, you get multiple bedrooms. Most people that have families kind of look for that area. Very family-friendly communities. The list just kind of goes on. It's really good. Highland Creek also has lower HOAs. This HOA is $197 a quarter. And Highland Creek, you do get pools and clubhouses. Again, there's multiple neighborhoods within the community. So it just depends. I mean, this is a newer community, different feel. It's going to have a different HOA and a different clubhouse to it. But no matter where you're at, you get the amenities. So Two amazing areas here in Charlotte. You can see what you get. You get really good options, good size homes, good size lots, great price point. And when we're talking about location, it really doesn't get a lot easier to come into Charlotte. You just hop on 45, take 77 down. All your shopping is also very easily here. You can come over to Concord Mills Mall, which is right over here. You also have the airport is over here. So you got Carolina Mall. You have an outlet mall over here as well. You also have the Speedway is over here, right here. You've got the airport that's over here in Concord, the regional airport. So, I mean, really, there's a tons of pros and cons to, or tons of pros, I should say, to them. The cons are obviously you're not in that urban feeling. You don't get the local shops. I would say up here you have a few more than down in Still Creek, but you're so close to the areas of Charlotte that do offer them. You can hop into Uptown. You can hop into Noda over here or Plaza Midwood, or you can come over here to South Boulevard. So it really is tons of options, tons of amenities, and there's always homes for sale in this area. So whether you're looking to move in December, which is the slowest time for real estate, or you're looking to start shopping in the spring part, you're always going to have options. All right, guys, there you have it. My two most recommended or most popular communities if you are looking to start a family, move with a family. And I say that because the homes are larger for a good price point, good schools. People love living there. Everyone says it's a family-friendly community, tons of amenities, and easy access to everything you need in Charlotte. That's a great place to start if you're kind of just making a change, but you don't want like a whole cultural change. You want a yard safe for children or pets. You need a garage. You need storage. Again, it offers a ton of things that could make your move or your relocation to a completely new area a little bit easier and a little bit more familiar. I definitely recommend checking out those communities. If you have any questions, drop them below, or if there's a community you'd like to know more about, make sure you put them in our comments. Grab our relocation guide here. It'll be super helpful. And if my team or myself can help you out, please don't hesitate to reach out and give us a call. Let us know what you're looking forward to seeing next. And we can't wait to see you here in Charlotte.